Oh my God. Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Oh my. Oh, shit. Let me just pause that real quick so it doesn't loop on stream. What's up, everybody? Welcome to VKH Live. Hey, there's everybody. There we are. How do we sound on? Okay, cool. Hey, welcome back, Gula. Did you die? Where'd you go?
She was at work yesterday, is what she said.
Oh, I see. So, yeah, I was a little... so, I guess we can pick up where we left off.
We can pick up where we left off with that one band that we hadn't heard of before, but Jeff and I finally got to do some research on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is VKH Live, hosted by VKH-press.com. We covered about half of the releases for February last month. That was the purpose of this stream. Or notable things, I guess, as well. I think who did we talk about? We talked about... I think I said I was digging through a lot of trash to get to the treasures this month, unfortunately.
But you didn't specify the trash.
I didn't specify the trash and the treasures, so don't get mad at me. But you could probably go back and figure out which is which. But
we still got more to do, so we still got more fun reactions to give you to figure out which other ones are trash.
Yeah, and then my apartment's fire alarm went off for the second time that day.
So we had to stop.
Yeah. No, it was so dumb. I was so mad. And I went to go out, and I was even remembering, I was already in kind of confused, because I was like, I was just so confused. I didn't know what to. So is the Super Bowl today or was it yesterday?
It's today. It's always on a Sunday. You know this.
I don't know. I used to be sports. I used to be a sports ball fan, but now I'm internet people. Now I'm a decent degenerate. We just we just destroy our bodies with caffeine and alcohol and chat with each other online. That's all.
Jeff, no.
That's our Super Bowl. By the way, I think let me check if it's still going on, because I'm also a little nervous. I don't know if YouTube's gonna die on us. 'Cause okay, he stopped 40 minutes ago. PewDiePie was streaming actually. He doesn't really stream much, but he was playing Fortnite to stop T-Series, and he had 300,000 simultaneous viewers when I went on. So
that's a lot of viewers.
That's the most I've ever seen out of anyone ever. I thought the site was gonna melt down. So thankfully we got in right after that. So anyways, what's up, Ali Vegeta? Oh yeah, ongoing joke is we dunk on Imagine Dragons, so I figured I'd start with that. We're also gonna have a certain. Oh, yeah. We might have a new guy gunning for the crowd. I don't know. We'll get to him. I don't know.
No, don't give him hints, Jeff.
I won't give him hints, but we got some stuff to go through. So, but okay, so we can start. So we were up through the 13th. We'd skipped around a little bit. We'd covered bands like The Benjamin and Fixer, Neverland, Kosai Ravel, Bullfield, which is the solo project of Nightmare's bassist Nia, and also Gremlins, which was the other project of the guitarist Hitsumi.
Yeah.
Wingworks, Monstlo.
Some other new bands.
Yeah. So.
What's that other one? Kaizo Ravel? Moso Rabbit was their single.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you want to check those out, we had a decent stream going. We had a decent thing going before we had to cut it short.
It was going good. And then, Jeff's fire alarm went off and he was going to blow a gasket. And
I'm fucking done with this apartment.
It was over and...
You can't see it, but I'm literally stacked up in my living room ready to move out. I'm so done already. Like I'm 1 foot out the door already. So the fact that it just keeps piling up towards the end, there's been a bunch of dumb stuff going on around here. So, but yeah, so we can go ahead and move on to pick up where we left off with Gozen Reggie. Yeah. That one. So, can I pull up their banner? Here we go. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we checked them out last night. So they have a single coming out called Ayashite, and that is now stuck in my head after I've seen the PV for that. My God. Ayashite.
Dude, that was a messed up PV. I told Jeff while I was going through it that it looks like Arshite crossed with Veite Ichiram no Kosan.
Yeah, that's exactly what it reminded me of, which makes me uncomfortable because it's very uncomfortable adult material. It's just very anyone who's watching that's not in the United States, anything to do with like pedophile narratives, even when the guy gets murdered at the end, which is usually what happens with these or something, it's Americans fucking hate that shit. It's bred into our blood. You want to start the revolution in America, you come after the kids. That's what people are like 1776 commences again when you what was it? You touch a kid under 10, 1776 will commence again. Like that's America. So we're just naturally touchy from growing up. Every time we see these, but I mean, it's good that I don't know. I think it's good that these PVs kind of address this because I suspect it's a problem. Apparently, I would imagine in every society, but yeah, so I thought it was interesting to see Archite's kind of got a legacy that's being carried on at this point because the sound itself was very, the dark themes, the vibe, the general hard rock sound, and Archite's just kind of been around long enough as a band that you got some people that are. If we get a whole sub scene of R-rated Visual K, and by the way, this PV, and the reason I'm not showing it on stream is because it is age gated on YouTube, which I don't ever really agree with, to be honest. But I guess sure. So,
I mean, I can see why it is.
I guess, but just demonetize it. Don't age gate it.
Kids shouldn't come across things that are slightly pornographic.
I guess. Should kids be on YouTube? I don't know. The pornographic stuff gets banned, so.
Yeah, that's why that's not being very blatant about it, but it's implied. Lots of things are heavily implied.
Yeah, I don't know. Something slippery slip. I'm just saying.
Something gray area.
The kids aren't supposed to see, a bunch of stuff on YouTube that ends up in YouTube jail now all of a sudden. So, yeah. So yeah, it will join, I guess, all the other weird shit that gets put in 18 and up for, I can understand it for this. I'm just used to seeing it for stupid shit, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, it was good. It was catchy. I liked it. Thank you, those of you in Discord who recommended us. Goes in Reggie. I'm not. I'm still waking up. To a degree.
Me too.
Okay, so Ali Vegeta says Indian here, and I say F T-Series. T-Series has stolen so much money from poor artists. T-Series takes people's hard work and pays pennies, then asks the artist to come and shoot a music video. Then they post... Oh, I'm blocking my own window here. Then they post that video and make money from that too. Damn. I kind of suspected. It looks like a soulless corporation. So... Jeff not agree with YouTube. What a shocking revelation. Yeah, exactly. So...
Jeff not agree with anything Google run. What a shocking revelation.
Not agree with anything what?
Google run.
Oh, yeah. Google, be evil. Yeah, so by the way, and Winona, make sure you're in the voice call. If you guys want to call in,
Right.
When we say it, if you go to our Discord and you go to VKH Live call-in waiting room, I moved the section all the way up. We'll try and have you guys on the show. I will be able to hear you. Hopefully Winona can hear you. Hopefully Discord doesn't
crash and burn like it did 5 minutes before the stream.
Yeah, like it always does. So I may look into I don't know. There's an alternative, but I don't want to do another alternative for another technology. Anyways. Moving on, next one I wanted to talk about was Diora. And then, February 13th is just going to be murder for us. We're fucked.
Like August 8th.
Yeah.
Last year. It's a new one.
What is it with the day before Valentine's Day? I don't know. How many of these do you think are going to be out on streaming services? I may just have to have a listening party stream that week. God.
Nothing happened.
Dior's got I believe a mini album coming out. It's called Definition, and it's going to have... Let me see. So it's going to have Malice, which they put out in the past as a single, and then it's also going to have another PV track. Oh God, it's in kanji. Oh God,
Oh God, it's in kanji. Send me the link and I'll read it. Let's see if I can read it.
No, it's too late. I'm already screwed. Fuck. Quick, fast Google.
Poor Jeff. Guys, let's get Jeff to learn to read the Japanese.
Tell me where our... okay. Danto dai kara we wo komete.
I hate it.
Oh yeah, you're not roped in on that. We figured out that if I do a deep anime voice, like a JoJo voice,
but it's bad.
It works. I get better. Ask chat. I get better.
We talked about it. You gotta finesse it a little bit more. Watch Dolgan on YouTube and see how he does it. Listen to him speaking English and then listen to him speaking Japanese. It's not like a blatant break between when he switches over, but you gotta try to make it sound more natural and less forced.
No, it's funnier when it's forced. It's more awkward.
Oh God.
Yeah, your inner professional is cringing. Listen. I'm here for the American audience, for the English speaking world,
for the people who say manga.
I'm here representing the people who speak first world. Thank you very much. Who speak West is best. Okay, you're gonna sell here. We're gonna speak American. All right. So when I read it, I read it as Dan Todai Kara Weewo Komit. Okay.
No.
That's silent E. You will learn.
Silent E. What the fuck?
Oh God, I'm just kidding. I agree with Ali Vegeta. Everyone liked this stream because they're gonna dislike it now after what I just said. But you know, everyone else who was on the fence like it to offset that. So I heard so they have a PV preview out for this. Can I find this? Do we have this? Let me see.
You can't find it.
I can find it. They have their own YouTube channel too, by the way, now. Apparently, the word on the street is they're not on Eins anymore. They might be leaving Eins. I'm working on. I'm digging into it.
I mean, if they do, not much is going to change besides their management, so nobody needs to really freak out.
Yeah, and like indie, it's an indie label, so it's more about the band anyway. Like, nothing really changes too much.
It's a big deal if they were major and then like drop down to, you know, self-managed or something. But I don't know, not self-managed. Like they got released from contract.
Oh, they have 666 subscribers. Damn. Let me ruin that with the VKH account.
Stop. Okay, I did. Gotta subscribe to them.
Yeah, I'm subscribed on my alt, so I wouldn't mind getting faster Dior notifications. So it sounds wonderful. It sounds like peak elegant little Dior sound that they've had in the past with their slower, softer sound that does sound distinctly Dior. So you could kind of put this kind of song. I sent it in the oh God, did I just mess this up? Nope, you're still there.
Sent it to me.
Yeah. You can put it with like past releases like Gekijo or Lily, you know, like that soft, elegant. But it sounds really
Dior song.
It sounds really refined. Yeah, it sounds like peak Dior, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It sounds cleaner. Like the production got better.
Mm-hmm.
Still definitely Diora.
Yeah.
Recognizably Diora.
I'm pretty sure every Dior review I've ever written, I'm just complaining about how hard it is to describe their sound. I've kind of just completely given up at this point. But
so it's like symphonic.
It's like a
something rock.
Symphonic industrial something. I don't know.
Nah, industrial is not the word.
It's not industrial. It's something
there. Symphonic fua rock.
Symphonic what?
Symphonic fua rock.
Oh, okay.
There's something like light and airy about it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll figure it out. We're gonna get it one day. That's gonna be like peak VKH time when we actually figure out how to describe Dior.
Oh wow! I just switched over to live chat for reading. I'm a genius. Okay, I didn't miss anything. All right, sorry. I missed a bunch of flame emojis in the chat from Ali Vegeta, apparently, that got filtered out of top chat. That's funny. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this. Dior does a really great job of seems to have been doing a great job of doing a bunch of experimentation and growth and then reverting back to a core sound that's improved. Yeah, I really like Dior. I think I would put Dior up there with Kiryu, with Arshite, with all the other like god tier indie bands at this point. Honestly, I don't know if they have the same audience size, but they're just everything from their look to their sound to their PV to their experimentation to their live shows. Man, their live shows, like at least the DVDs that they put out. It's very top tier. It's very much like an indie band fully operating as like a, like a dope ass business, fully able to sustain itself, just wildly popular for being, indie run. So I guess that's the big three right now, big four if you include Buglug. I think they were described that way. They went on a tour together like a year or two ago. So. the next generation of Visual K or something like that. I was reading about that the other day. But yeah, so if you like soft songs, if you like Diora, if you like MDVK, yeah, it's very nice. I quite enjoy.
Soft K in sound, not soft K in look though.
Yeah, so I would definitely peep that.
That's what Dior is, symphonic soft rock. Boom.
Okay, so we can go into. Okay, so we have. Do we want to go do Eye of the Storm real quick? When does that come out?
Yeah.
It also comes out on February 13th. There's just an apocalypse of good and evil happening on February 13th.
Eye of the Storm. Yeah, that's
Okay, so we're gonna do that, and then MUCC's album's also coming out on the 13th. So we'll switch. We'll do the Chaser.
We're just gonna.
The Chaser will be MUCC.
Hey guys, we're hiring. Like, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, let me get over here. Okay, so next up we're going to talk about 1OK Rock, or as Winona and I have agreed to call them, 1/10 Rock.
No. They were 1OK Rock. Now they're 1 out of 10 Rock. So
1/10. Yeah, you guys say 1/10. You guys say 1/10 Rock. Or are you doing 1 out of 10 like a review score? Or like
I don't know. It could go either.
Oh, okay. So we're just gonna be really real with you guys. We really don't like what we're hearing from this band.
I mean, when Change came out, I kind of fell off the boat because of the sound. It became like Taka and his buddies. No, it became more like Taka's solo project. Where's the band? But you know, when I guess some kind of word got back to them because in their more recent music videos, you know, the production dropped back a little bit and let natural sounding guitar and drums come through a little bit more, so it helps, but it's very Imagine Dragons.
Yeah, so. It's very Coldplay, much Imagine Dragons.
Maroon 5, like radio friendly, vanilla corporate friendly. You know, you have the power, you have the struggle. We are all one. Buy our product. They lost a lot of their edginess.
I'll wait till the full album comes out. They did put out a PV a couple days ago. It is called Wasted Nights.
I was watching it.
And it's like you can put videos of your guitarist playing guitar in the music video, but if I don't hear it, I'm not convinced.
No, I hear the guitar. It's overproduced.
It's
obscenely
overproduced. I'm not sure what's going on. Well, we think we know what's going on.
We think the thing about 1OK Rock is that they're one of those bands that always wanted to sound, I guess, like this, because they've always looked up to bands that sound like this, because these are the bands that did super duper well commercially in the States, and they want to do well in the States because they love America, because that's what Taka said in an interview. And ultimately, even Japanese fans don't like what they're hearing either, because they feel isolated. They can hear the departure of them from like Japan. And Taka said in an interview with like the Chicago Tribune, like maybe Japanese fans, maybe they get it already, you know, maybe they already understand that they're moving in the direction of pleasing the American audience pretty much strictly. And if you watch all of their recent music videos, they're all just in English, except for the other one, I think, right? What was the name of the other one? I forgot what it was called. Stand Up, Be Strong.
Stand Out, Fit In.
Stand Out, Fit In, that one. Yeah.
The J-Rock Gillette music, the J-Rock Gillette commercial.
We talked about it, Jeff. We figured out that it was like that other music video was basically just that whole song is just talking about like fitting in with social norms. That's all I'm talking about. It's not even talking about just be yourself and fuck it. It's just like
I
fit
love
in.
it when a
Just
big
fit
company
in.
tells me, about
It's a very
important social things and whatever.
no, but that
It's
was
like
like no, but that's like the most Japanese music video they put out, I think, recently. So I guess that was their one way to not
Wasted Nights had a Japanese
push
verse, to be sure.
Japanese fans away, but the sound is still like very American, very Western, and it's
Yeah.
not like the oh yeah, fuck it all up Western. It's the hug one another Western. Like this could be a commercial song Western.
Yeah,
Like pick
Google
us and
Google product
we'll
Google
do
ad.
commercially well all the time kind of thing. And like there's adult contemporary. There's
Yeah,
only a
yep,
certain
there it
amount
is.
of people who like that
The
sound.
cursed words, there it is. They've been uttered.
There's only a certain amount of people who like this sound, and that was 5 years ago, and it was actually a big deal because we know that Japan is kind of stuck in 5 years ago when it comes to music, and it's kind of showing through a lot in One OK Rock right now
Well,
because
I
it's a
almost
very
feel
dated
like someone
sound.
at
But
Fueled by Ramen, like, really, like, whoever it is that, like, advocates for them
industrial.
to go, like, more pop, like, because you got Paramore, you
It's because
got
they're
21
Japanese.
Pilots. It,
It's because they're Japanese. They're
yeah, well,
like,
I
oh
feel
man, how
like
are
the
we gonna
other,
sell this band that sings in a whole other language? Let's make them more listenable to the general audience so they can sell more. And
yeah.
then
Well, you'll notice,
now they're
like,
here.
yeah, you'll notice with some of the other bigger artists on that label, like Panic at the Disco, and even Paramore and 21 Pilots, especially. Like, there's a push back. There was a push back after they went very pop. Like 21 Pilots got very pop. Paramore went very pop. Panic at the Disco went pop in style, I would say.
Well, Paramore
But
went pop, but it wasn't. It's not. It's like this interesting kind of pop.
yeah,
I've
there's a
started
there's a
listening to this
it
stuff.
seems like there was a conversation, like there was like a compromise,
Yeah,
there was like a back and forth, and there was like a, well, where exactly do we want to be with One OK Rocket? It's
yeah.
almost
It's
like
like
whoever the guy is at Fueled by Ramen that's like go all the way pop, they just listen to him 1,000% instead of like,
no, they were. I feel like they were just all for it because they were like, "Yeah, man, we love America. We're gonna do this." And they're like, "Yeah, man, we want to sound like these bands." But ultimately, they wanted to sound like Hot Topic bands. They didn't want to sound like this. I don't think. But they accepted it because it was still like in that realm. They were like, "Yeah, yeah, kids today still like."
yeah,
I feel like they were convinced by whoever at the label that kids in that scene in that like specific emo scene also like these other bands, but that would have been true 10 years ago instead of today. So I don't know. Like good luck. Eye of the Storm is going to be real interesting when it comes out, and that tour is going to be a real interesting thing to see because I remember when I saw them back in 2015, I think it was, or 2016, whenever 35 Triple XV came out. I saw them, and that crowd was like almost killing each other. They were suffocating one another from like pushing up against the stage. And I don't know if we'll see that same energy because a lot of the edge that undercuts their music is just ripped out right now. Like it was slowly going away, and then Ambitions was probably the last time we were going to see any semblance of it. And now Eye of the Storm is going to come out, and it's all gone. Everything's gone.
yeah.
It's just
And I
pop
was
rock and okay rock.
and I was a
So
pretty staunch defender of Ambitions. Like I thought Ambitions was ambitious. Like I thought that was like a pretty, like I was fine with that. But
I kind of heard it coming because 35 Triple XV, like, that wasn't as good as Jinsei Kakete Bokuwa because Jinsei Kakete Bokuwa was literally the height of what they were creatively and being unique.
yeah,
And then I guess they hit number two on the Oricon. We're like, all right, we can go for America now. Da da da. They got the deal with Warner Brothers for distribution, and then 35 Triple XV came out after they were recording in LA doing their thing and also working with producers to do whatever they could to sound like what they did before. And they
yeah,
didn't sell as much, I imagine, because then they ended up dropping down to Fueled by Ramen, which was the indie label, because they were signed to Real Deal Warner Brothers and represented by like Real Deal PR dudes and stuff like that who handle like Prince and Muse and all that, but they aren't as big in America as they thought they would be. And since they didn't sell as much, they got convinced to start dropping back on their edgy rock boy vibes and going toward the Maroon 5 Imagine Dragons route so they could be more marketable.
Fucking crushed it right there. See, this is why we waited to have you on to talk about this. Like, yeah, it turns out Winona's had the exact most woke take out of anybody I've heard on 1OK Rock. I guess I was in denial or cautiously optimistic. I was like, okay, well, maybe change, because change was for a commercial. Maybe you were like, nope, this is actually, it fits in with the progression. And I'm like, God damn it. Oh, God damn it.
It was a slow decline. I mean, it started like 35XXXV sounded the way it did because they were working with American producers and they were trying to figure out how to make them sound like they did in Japan, but also were kind of forcing them into this weird cookie cutter thing. So it was like a weird give and take, which is why it wasn't produced the way that it was in Japan, because it was American producers. It's kind of like what happened with Vamps when they started with American producers here. But then they didn't sell well. So then Warner Brothers was like, look, we can't keep you on our big deal label because you don't bring in you don't make the cut for the revenue. You bring in a lot of money, but not enough. So we're going to move you to our indie emo label, Fueled by Ramen, and you're going to have to figure out how to make yourselves make more money, because if you don't make a certain price cut, like, we'll move you back up to here if you make a certain amount of money, but until then you move here. And I'm guessing Japan was also like, yo, we can't have one of our biggest acts on an indie label. This ain't cool, bro. So they talked to the band, and then Warner also talked to the band, and the band's like, all right, we gotta do what we gotta do so we can make it back up to the big boys, because we like where we were and we don't like where we are exactly right now, but we're kind of there. And then Ambition started, then they started working with more pop rock level artists, like 5 Seconds of Summer and Avril Lavigne, almost deliberately, because in the other one they had like not that same level of artists, but closer to their sound. And now Ambitions came out with what the level of rock they wanted to be on, to really showcase who they were, where they were trying to go, and that worked in the sense of getting their name out there with that caliber of artists, but not in the sense of like making them as unique as they once were. So they're already selling their souls to pop rock at this point, in a sense. And now Eye of the Storm is on the horizon, and they've sold everything that they once were, left it behind, and accepted their fate, because all they want to do is get back to the big boy label of Warner Brothers Records and sell out arenas in America like they do in Japan, because Japan is on their asses to do well, because they're like the band in Japan. And if they don't do well, if they don't make it in America, no one's gonna make it in America, because America, as far as Japan is concerned, is a jungle out here for the music industry. So they're doing whatever they need to do to make it, and they're happy because they've been convinced that this is what they always want.
Hey, Japanese bands, we like you because you sound Japanese.
No, we like you because you are.
We like you because you don't sound like Imagine Dragons. You don't sound like that shit, because our industry is fucked. So don't do that to try and appeal to people, please. My God.
Because you don't sound mass produced, and if you become mass produced, then you just sound like everyone else, and you're not gonna be as big as you could have been had you been properly exposed digitally on the digital market. Mm-hmm. And then just like, had you been properly exposed in the digital market and properly marketed by PR, you could have been a really big deal and caught the attention of all the kids who are currently into BTS, because you don't actually need to be BTS to be BTS. That's a whole other story.
Yeah. So it'll be a pretty good album, probably, right?
It's gonna be I'm gonna say it's gonna be a good album, but it's not gonna be for us. It's not gonna be something that we like. It's gonna be something that they like. That the NPCs of the world like. That's who this is for.
I'll show it to my friend who shamelessly defends Imagine Dragons and see how he classifies it.
This is for the sheeple. That's what this album is for. This is for
Oh.
like people.
Winona, stop. He's already dead. They're already dead.
This isn't for us though. This is for them to sell better. Like they're gonna be monetarily successful no matter what at this point, but they're not.
I guess.
They're gonna lose a lot of fans. Like they're gonna lose a lot of day ones. I'm sure they still have a lot of day ones who are like, yeah, man, like they're still my shit. Da 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 da. But a lot of my friends who are like super into OK Rock, like I brought my friend Navigate to the concert, and she is like the biggest OK Rock fan, super professional, but like she loves OK Rock every day, like all the time. But then once after 35 Triple XV, that was it. Like that was it for her. She's like, nah, I'm not, like it's not my thing anymore. I was so sad. I was like, wow, that was your favorite band. What happened? They changed. Like once Change came out, I told Jeff, like, wow, this is a real change, huh? That's it.
Oh God, I don't even. It was beautiful, Winona. It was a beautiful eulogy for this band you just gave. Oh my God, we we went in. We went in so hard.
They're not dead. It's just 1 o'clock is gone and it's 1 o'clock now, or as we will call them, 1/10 Rock.
1/10 Rock, yeah. I think that's where we're gonna go with it. I think
they're not 1 o'clock anymore, guys.
They're 1/10 Rock.
Stop with the Japanese pronunciation of the name, and they're OK Rock.
Yeah, guys, how are they gonna get more sales if all their old fans are still pronouncing it the Japanese way? This is America now. They speak American now. That's what, unironically, they're doing. I said that as a joke earlier on the stream, but
no, that's what they're doing. Like they even Taka implied it. The thing with Japanese culture is implications, right? So if Taka implied that this is what they were doing, this is what they're doing. Like he doesn't need to say anything. He was like, maybe people get it. We do. We get it. You're trying to, because they love America. It's very clear. Taka and the band love America because they feel like they fit in here better than they do in Japan. Like, because they're rock stars. Japan loves pop stars. They're rock stars, and they want to make it where the rock stars make it. But becoming a pop rock adult contemporary act isn't the way to make it as a rock star.
At this point, I just want to be like, go back. The grass is not greener. Go back. There's no grass. The grass is poison.
The grass is lava.
The grass is lava.
America's lava.
Oh God. The adult contemporary is lava.
They got. I'm pretty sure they put up a fight. Like I'm pretty sure they said like, we don't really want to sound like that, and they were like, no, it's not pop, it's still rock.
Gula says didn't know I was going to a funeral today. That's why we're both wearing black.
Oh man, I always wear black. Every day's a funeral for the music industry.
Yeah, everyone press F in the chat.
No.
Oh my God, that was beautiful. I'm gonna have to clip this out. This is great.
No, I filmed it on my iPhone. Oh boy.
Oh God.
I didn't realize I'd say all that. Oops.
That was good. That was very good. Okay, so with that out of our system, I can't wait until VKH breakdown hypothetically comes back. It's gonna be so much fun.
We got some plans for you guys.
I can't wait. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be a good month.
I know my shit.
You know, the release wise is gonna be but VKH wise it's gonna be, you know, like it's gonna be mwah.
VKH wise we might get blacklisted.
I mean, it's not like we cover pop music, so we can self blacklist ourselves, you know.
Jesus, we don't.
Let me do you the favor. I'll do it for you. Blacklist. Reach across the table. Blacklist.
Jeff's rule is if he can hear a guitar, it's rock music. We're having kind of a hard time hearing the guitar right now.
Yeah, that's a very lenient rule too. I'm sure there's a lot of people who follow us that would be like Jeff's very open minded, you know, about that. So
yeah, like.
Now that I am now at this point, like it's woodshed time. It's like
when Change came out, I literally could not. I was like, wow, talk solo project now? Where's the rest of the band? Like,
Mm-hmm.
they were just gone as far as I was concerned. And then I just totally fell off. I did not keep up with what they were releasing. But Jeff made me look, and at least they're like, I have a feeling that after Change came out, they were like, this is not what we wanted, and then managed to get more instrumentals back into the songs. But they might make a turnaround. I think somewhere down the line they're gonna argue that this isn't the direction that they want to be in once they make enough money, because it's already started to happen after Change came out, but it's a matter of like how many more arguments they're going to be able to have internally to get to where they were before. They're going to notice that like they aren't selling as much as they once were, and they're going to be like, this isn't working, and then they're going to go back, but it might take like 5 years.
Yeah. So the J-Rock freaks says, so what I take from this is that I should listen to their older music. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What they're putting out right now doesn't sound like the messages they're giving is like the messages they're literally giving. Stay in line. Go live a mediocre life. Go out in the streets. Be safe. Kids.
We are all special.exe. Like,
no, like that's not it at all. It's
yeah.
God, no one's special. Just be safe and be happy and be content. What were even the lyrics of Change? I didn't even look up the lyrics of Change.
They were. I keep forgetting them because they were so not memorable.
I forgot the name of the because it didn't stand out. It fit in.
Yeah. You keep mentioning VKH Breakdown coming back, but at this point, it's your version of X Japan's new album.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. How'd you like that dog stream, Gula? How'd you like that? How'd you like the Acme, the Poi doll? All prophecies come true in 2019. Okay. We got Collins configured. All prophecies are being fulfilled in 2019. Don't you worry. Don't you lump me in that X Japan group. You've seen enough. Merch will come.
Have you seen the lyrics for Change? I think this was the SOS. I think this is the SOS from What OK Rock.
Yeah, read them out.
It says if we're not moving forward, what are we moving for? It feels like we're losing order, fighting a losing war. We need to work this out. Can't do this by myself. How did we let it go this far? Hey, it's not too late for us to make a change. You gotta listen to your heart. What does it say? No matter how much we might bend, we will not break, because we got what it takes to stay. Low key and SOS, and then in the actual lyrics it says SOS sign. So
I'm impressed they were able to monetize their cry for help so well.
Dude, at the end it says stay with me now, and how you just stay with me now. We're looking.
Yeah. Big red flag.
They weren't happy with this song when it came. I feel like there was some kind of like conversation going. They're gonna come back to who they were at some point.
They better. The market will correct them, I'm sure. Because I don't think. Yeah.
If they're stuck in 5 years ago, this would have been great for 5 years ago, but this isn't.
We'll see how it sells. In Japan versus the States. That'll be interesting to kind of see. But let's move on. Oh, go ahead. Put a bow on it.
I feel like maybe also Japanese management was like, yo, the fans don't like that you're isolating them. Maybe you should try to sound more pop to make everyone feel included. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's move on to some good news, which is that MUCC is still really good.
Yes.
Really good.
Going strong.
Yeah, so they have an album. I guess it's an album. It's 9 tracks, which, guys, I'm telling you, it's a trend. These major VK bands
They're
short,
like
short,
they're having conversations. Talking
short
about how to
album,
get this good.
dense albums full of like really fresh experimentation. You had the Gazette, you had LMC, you had During Gray,
So they can churn out more work over time.
yeah, and it still be fresh.
Yeah.
And now you have MUCC, and
Looking fresh as ever too.
yeah, so they had an album preview for this, and it sounds awesome. It sounds like an excellent mix of like this like newer dance disco kind of sound that they've done. It's almost like post that at this point. They have a PV up on their YouTube channel for Timer, which they put out as like a demo in a series of demo EPs across the summer 2018 leading into fall. They'd been working on this sound. It reminds me, so that there's that side of it. That's like it reminds me of like Fuzz from back in the day, like the 2.0 version of that. It's like kind of funky, kind of dancey, but really well mixed, really subtly mixed stuff put in everywhere. And then the harder side of MUCC, like brought back to like a 2.0 version of that, which was MUCC has done some like electronic core, which was fun, and they've done like some of that more hardcore sound. But really, it was more back in the day. It was more about like this raw, like kind of almost nu metal kind of derived sound that when they went heavy and dark, it was raw and like kind of hit you in the gut. And I know they tried that a bit, bring that back a bit more on their last album. And it seems like they've just really brought it full circle, at least hearing the album preview that I heard. And this album, by the way, is called Kowareta Piano to Living Dead. And it's going to come out on the 13th. I think I got were you able to hear the album preview for this one, Ona? I don't think I just shot it over to you yet, but...
Nope, but I'm going to check it out now.
Yeah, so this is the album
cover.
Not
taking the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, sorry.
Wow, they got rid of the English site? No. No. Whoa, oh, wow, that hurts. Oof. Big oof.
Big oof.
Yeah, they got rid of the English side of their website, man. I don't know if you knew that existed, though. Because During Gray and MUCC had English sides of their website, but MUCC got rid of it. So
I mean, they do bands ever update their English site?
During Gray does, because they're woke. They know. They always did, though. MUCC, I guess they were trying it because they had that US debut back in 2006 and then booted it up, but they haven't been back to America since. And they haven't really done that many overseas tours, so I guess they didn't really see a point in having it.
Yeah,
but they gotta come back. They gotta come back out here, man. Like they gotta. Somebody's gotta start requesting MUCC more often at cons.
They just need to get their stuff up on streaming. Their last album is still not up on streaming, and their last album had Classic.
Well, they have their demos up on streaming.
Yes. So that actually makes me think a contract changed. Because this was very different what they were doing this past time with the demo EPs and just the YouTube channel. I think it's a different YouTube channel now.
They were on somebody else's channel. I forgot. I think it was Victor Entertainment they were on before.
Yeah.
Is this a new channel?
I think so. Because... Let me. If you look up MUCC PV,
channel. It looks like a MUCC channel is what this is. So
yeah,
I'm guessing they're not.
We may have to do I may have to do an off-topic article about artists that are all these bands with new YouTube channels. Yeah.
No, yeah, that was the thing for LMC too back in the day. Like when they were talking stuff up on streaming, it was because like certain years weren't up on streaming because of labels that they had switched. They had like made 3 different label changes, and it kind of showed on their iTunes history and stuff like that.
So it looks like they've put as far back as Nirvana up on. No, okay. So what I think this is a 2-year-old YouTube channel, and Nirvana was like the oldest PV that they had uploaded, maybe re-uploaded at the time, because Nirvana has to be way older than 2 years old. No way is Nirvana just 2 years old. That's 3 albums back at this point. Yeah, and then they've got classic, this timer PV, the Heidi PV that they had. I really like this one.
I really like this album preview video.
It sounds so fresh, right?
I like that they put in behind the scenes clips, and then it's like going super hard on the sound.
Yeah.
Like it looks super chill in the video, but then they're like super hard on the sound. It's great.
Yeah, MUCC is just such a fun, like just a fascinating band that really does need to get more love. I mean, they kind of get their own in a way because they crush it with these anime openers out of nowhere.
They've been around for a while.
So they find ways to get their commercial recognition, but they really deserve tons of credit for the experimentation.
They were in the same circles as Garugamesh before they disbanded, so a lot. He's wearing a Harvard shirt. Sorry, UK's in a Harvard shirt, but it was so random. But yeah, a lot of their fans were the same as Garugamesh fans because those two bands were like bros, and I don't know where a lot of the attention is coming from now, but it's definitely coming from anime songs. Visual K festivals, like the big ones, and whenever they do shows.
Yeah.
But this is going to be definitely going to be a good album. They need to come back here. They need to come back to America. Please.
Gula says rally the Con Request crew. Yep. We do have a channel, by the way, that I made in Discord.
Start telling Bob you want MUCC.
It's called VKH and Fans Collab Project, and I think there's another one for that's in fan hangouts. That's for general planning for stuff you guys want to plan with us. And then in the next section, there's one called Con Request United Force, and that's where a lot of fans go to congregate and plot out when there's a band they want to request. So we got those two in there. You guys should join our Discord if you haven't already. Jay Potion says the last track sounded super awesome, telling by the preview. Wasn't the last track like really heavy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's a great way to end an album.
Yeah, it just feels very raw, but at the same time, well mixed. It's a hard balance to strike.
It's great for major bands. They get to do all the raw experimentation, and then they have the great production quality to make it all come together just right.
Yeah, and it is very, I guess, I lost my thought real quick. I was just going to say, it is very, they would be a very good band for a con because they have had so many high profile
anime songs.
Yeah, anime songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
they're for it's not for, they didn't really do anime songs. They didn't do any songs for major anime, but it was for good. They were still good anime, kind of like how Matenrou Opera has that one Ani song opening they did for it was a really small anime series. I forgot what it was called, but it was about a merman who just kind of washed up on a river and lived in a house with this other dude, and it was one of those series that was only 3-minute episodes, but they still did it, so it was a good song, and it was a pretty funny series.
Yeah. So really looking forward to this. All right. So we're going to try and kick it into high gear to blast through some of the rest of these. Yes. I am going to throw a quick, it's a smaller band, but I think it's worth bringing up just because of who it is. Give me 1 second. I guess I could just grab this. Okay. Next release we're going to talk about is from a band called Zensai Boys. And yes, they do look Genki Osharike as fuck, and yeah, they look all cheerful and funny, and they seem like they're going to be a funny, interesting band. It's or unit or duo. So this is a 2-member group. Vocalist and bassist Hiro is from Fest Vanqueer. That's where you would know him from. And then other vocalist and guitarist Kosuke is from Lizard. Yeah. So you got
Kosuke from Lizard? Nice.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So they have their I want to say, is it their so it's a single. It's coming out on the 13th as well. It's called Ikinari Zensai. I believe this is their first single. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. They have a YouTube channel. If you guys want to check them out, you can just look up Zensai Boys, I think. Actually, no, they're on Mr. T's project, which is an official outlet. I figured this. Yeah, you and like every industry person I'm friends with on Facebook likes their Facebook page. And I dug back through. They did this in Discord. They figured it out in Discord. I was just completely unaware of the entire situation. It's a label, and it's just got a really. It's just got, or it's a label, or it's a promo.
I didn't even realize that it was a label. Sometimes I just like stuff on.
Visual Rock is a fan page that is directed by Yoshinobu Toida, representative of Beyond Max.
T's Project.
Yeah.
T's Project.
Yeah. So the channel itself is called Mr. T's Project, so it makes you think of Mr. T.
So funny.
Yeah. So, and then the banner says Plug Records. So, there's a series of things going on. But Fest Vanqueer posts all their PVs here. And now Zensai Boys and apparently Hal from Fest Vanqueer has a solo project now as well. I'm looking at this. I think they put out a week ago. Yep, solo album on March 14th. Okay, it's March. I don't have to think about it yet. Just let me have that. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. I promise I'll report on it or something. But we gotta later. There's so much to get ready for March.
Oh God, yeah, there is.
Oh God.
There's a lot in March.
Okay. All right. Next up is gonna be Plastic Tree. I'm hopelessly behind on Plastic Tree, unfortunately.
I think a lot of us are.
They're not always my thing, but they definitely can be my thing. I think the last thing by them that I really vibed with was Maimu, or Mime, I guess is the English translation. But that was several years ago. And then before that, of course, I like Ghost, which is a very old song by them. But it's a very different sound by them. This is how they look currently. They have an album coming out. Let's see here. By the way, I'll have a releases article out either today or tomorrow. It'll probably be tomorrow since it got delayed from yesterday with doing this stream. Let me grab the info. Now, where'd I have it? So prepared. It's a B-side track collection compilation album. 21 tracks, including B-sides from singles released from 2008 to 2018. There's two types of this though, so let me double check this live on air. Let me just make sure. There's a limited and a regular edition. Okay, yeah, all right, yeah. So it's B-sides, B-side best basically. Cool album art. I would check it out for sure. If you're watching this in the future, I'll have updated the description with a link to our releases list, so you can just have all the links readily available. Otherwise, this is available on CD Japan for pre-order. Any thoughts on Plastic Tree, Winona, before we move on? Are you behind as well, did you say?
Yeah, I gotta get it. I gotta get caught up because this album art looking fantastic.
Okay. You know who we're probably not, behind on? You know who we're pretty caught up on? Pretty woke on?
Ooh.
Been pretty shown.
It must have been around for a while for me to be really.
Yeah, we've shown a lot of affection for this band on these streams. It is a little band, little bright sparkly
I know
band.
what you're talking about. I got you.
Peppy poppy fun band by the name of Vivarush.
Yes.
Hey, so yeah,
our boys.
We should try and see if we can get Lori on and do a live reaction to the PV for Vivarock when it comes out.
Yes.
So we did that
Look
for.
at them. They're so adult now.
They're all grown up.
So proud.
This is it's less of growing up and more of reaching their final form.
Well, they haven't quite reached their final, but they're getting to it. They leveled up.
I mean, yeah, it's
advancing in the game of life.
Rumaro's doing a Goku. This is what happens when you're on TikTok for too long.
Super Saiyan.
Yeah, Super Saiyan. So yeah, Vivarush is a fun band. We're very. This is a great example of. So I was expressing some frustration on the last stream on the first half of this, where it's like every song sounds the same from some of these Kira Kira bands and these Oshari bands, and it's like there's only so many times you can do this before I want to blow my brains out.
Sound.
Yeah. So Vivarush is a great example of not that. So like if they ever bring back this is Bob does this thing, Bob also does this thing, be like Bob, like we need that for Vivarush, for Oshari bands. You can do it for Vivarush, you can do it for Acme, you could do it for Rave, you could do it for several others.
There are some Oshari bands who really stand out and figured out their own sound.
Be like Vivarush, stand out, please, for fuck's sake. Like, my God.
They've also got the whole cohesive look thing going that I mentioned forever. It's like they're in the same fucking band. Because, other Oshari bands are like, yeah, we just gotta be trendy, right? Like, they're in the same band.
Yeah. So the single, okay, so Vivarock is coming out. Oh, okay, good. We're finally past the 13th. I was like, fuck, if this comes out on the 13th as well, I'm gonna... God damn it. Oh, God. So I'm pretty sure this has... Yeah, so it does have it's a double A side, I think. But it comes out on the 19th. And it comes out in
it has 3 types.
Yeah. So... they've put up several previews on Kerberos Entertainment's official YouTube channel. Some of them are looking quite hilarious. Let me see if I can. I just like to have it out of context. Like, what the fuck? Where's the actual? Yeah, Vivarock itself looks. I think this one's actually Vivarock. God, what is going on with Firefox?
Tells me how many photo shoots these Visual K bands.
Like, I don't know what this is, but I'm buying it. I'm sold. I'm loving it. What's going on stream right now?
Oh.
Yeah, I believe this is the actual literal Vivarock track. There's 2 PVs that they've been previewing.
They're doing the no, you know what? They took the idea of what American rock is and fused it with like Yankees, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. They're hysterical.
They're making fun of American rock. I love it. Fantastic.
I hope that's what they're doing so hard.
I really do too.
Yeah,
it's great.
They're making fun of boomer rock, basically. Like, if that's what that is.
That's what that is. That's literally what that is.
Oh, that's Yeah.
Great.
I love Viva
I'm
Rush.
here
Viva
for
Rush
it.
is great. Um, let's see. Oh, what's up, Asuka? Winona's here, says Asuka.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree,
I'm
Gula.
here.
Viva Rush is a lot of fun. Yeah, so. All right, moving on, because we kind of got a deadline of 4. I think we need to be done by 4:15. Who should we talk about next? We have to be almost done. Oh, Golden Bobber. Oh, okay, we have to talk about this. This one was good.
Wait, did we talk about Matenrou? Because we could talk about them after. I don't think.
Yeah, they're next. They're at the end of the month.
Okay.
I've been going chronologically.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, let's talk about. I'll talk about a couple I'm going to skip because I don't feel qualified unless you do to talk about. So that would be Belle has an album coming out on the 20th.
I don't feel qualified to talk about Belle, but I know people. I know Shiro really likes Belle.
Yeah, I've heard gentle recommendations from people in Discord. It's like, they're good. You should check them out. They're on my list. I promise. I feel bad. And then also 0 Hertz, which is one of the newer bands on. I don't think they're the newest anymore on BP Records. Word on the street, I think, I have to go confirm this, but I think I saw somewhere that Baby Kingdom actually got signed to BP Records.
Baby Kingdom.
I know, right? Our secret love, our secret, like, I heart this Oshari band. The secretest one. Yeah.
The biggest secret one came last year. What was it, like on our first VKH live or something like that? We went through a list. Baby Kingdom was one of the ones that
it was on one of the last episodes of VKH Breakdown before we put it on break.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no, hold on, hear the name out. But anyway, so 0 Hertz has got an album coming out called Zelm. It's their second album. They've been putting out music pretty fast. So, and for those of you who don't remember, 0 Hertz is the reformed band from the members of Lawn Boy, which was, the prior freshman band on BP Records. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Here's hoping BP Records can manage to stretch to a fourth, and then fifth band.
Instead of just having like
the big three. Well, they've always struggled with getting that like fourth one because you had what's that band called? Something Log, like from back in the day.
Oh, I know. I think it was just Log.
Yeah,
I know who you're talking about.
The YouTuber vocalist.
Yeah, the vocalist ended up becoming a YouTuber and talking about relationships.
Well, he was already a YouTuber.
Visual K. Well, yeah, but then he ended up like capitalizing on that. Like, I'm pretty sure he left the band because he was like, "Guys, I'm gonna go chase my YouTube career."
No, he was like a very big YouTuber prior to that. Like, I dug into it.
I know.
Yeah,
okay.
So literally, Log was the side project. Was the impression I was getting, which is really funny. But and then Lawn Boy, and then they left. And if you want to even go further back, you had Black Jean for the Next Scene on BP Records back in the day, and then they left. So.
Ice is doing his own.
Yeah,
thing.
We're not going to talk about that.
Attempt at being gagged.
We're not going to talk.
We're not talking about.
It's upsetting. It's upsetting to me. We're not going to talk about it.
It's upsetting to me too, because before Black Jean for the Next Scene, he was in what was that band that was on Starwave? It was a good band. He has a good voice, but now he's like not gagged.
Zodiac.
So it's really Zodiac. Yeah, they were like galaxy metal. That was some good shit. Then Black Jean was rave metal, and now
I fucking loved Black Jean. I will never be over the fact that like that's way up there in terms of bands. I'm really still not over them being gone. That was like my second review for VKH I ever wrote. I think was for one of their singles. Like
I think it was. Yeah, they were such a good band.
All right,
we're gonna get out of this.
Yeah, we're getting in the weeds a little bit. But.
We could go on forever about bands that disbanded that we're sad about. Like, that's never gonna end.
Yeah. So all right. So let's see. I'm looking for something to throw in chat real quick. So Golden Bomber has a single out called Ga 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 Ga.
Of course.
Chat, I need to strongly recommend this PV to you. It's fucking great. It's so wholesome and funny at the same time. Let me see. I'm not going to play it because my copyright and stuff. So
they're on Euclid Records, right? That's
Zane. Yeah, they're
Zap Euclid. It's the same. Zany Zap is the label, I guess, and Euclid is the agency.
Yeah, so I just threw it in chat, but that is the PV for Golden Bomber's new single "Ga Ga 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 Ga," or however many there are in that. I believe it's for an anime that is just a couple ga's long, like "Ga Ga Ga."
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but the PV is hilarious because it's like they're basically LARPing as like some superhero speed racer spandex wearing guys, and they look like the Ginyu Special Force out of Dragon Ball Z, which I assume that was a parody of something else from back in the day. But
it looks like
they have a lot of this going on, you know, like just a lot of this and
Power Rangers of some kind.
Yeah, and then they're fighting the drummer, who is the guy in the clown makeup, and he's dressed up like the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, he's a Shinigami.
Yeah,
of kinds.
And then there's a little.
No, you know what it is.
And then there's a little girl. There's a little girl watching, and then the real villain comes up, which is a pedo in like a trench coat, and they save her by he goes to. I can't believe I'm describing this, but like he goes to expose himself, and then it pans down, and they had rushed in, and the vocalist had censored what he was exposing with his head. He'd gone up in between his legs like this, and the other guys had gone and like put him in an arm lock. And then the girl's mom came over and covered her eyes like right afterwards, and then they beat the crap out of him. I was like, good. This is a good American message. This is perfect for American audiences. We hate this. We hate those people. Send them over. You know, send these PVs over. Like,
yeah, this whole thing is like that whole setting is I don't know how much anime, Jeff, but you know when they have that scene in the water parks or whatever.
I watch anime. I watch a ton of anime. I watch the most anime. I watch so much.
Well, they have the kids performances where the people are dressed up as the superheroes, and they're like, here to save you from this villain, and they pick a random kid out of the crowd to save from the villain. That whole thing, that whole live performance.
Oh,
that's what this whole music video is built off of.
Yeah, I assumed it was some weeb shit. I wasn't like completely caught up on.
No, it's some kid stuff, like Japanese culture.
Oh, okay.
One of those theme parks. In theme parks, they have a lot of these, but it looks like it's just based in some random daycare playground right now.
It's good. It's good. It's catchy. It's funny. Yeah. They still got it. It was good to see. All right.
Great.
All right. The last one we're gonna talk about, I will also add. Mikanse Alice has a live DVD on the February 27th. We're skipping that because, I don't know, there's not a lot to talk about with that. That's the Oshari band on Starwave.
Had to cough, not laugh. Yeah, they had like an interesting look, interesting sound for Starwave, especially. That's all I have to say on that.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay, so last but not least, we're going to talk about Matenrou Opera. So they have a new album coming out. It's called Human Dignity.
I'm looking forward to it. They've been through some stuff.
Okay, so yeah, how caught up are you on the stuff?
I know they have a new guitarist, and then I know their drum. That's how much I'm caught up on all their stuff.
The guitarist is the former guitarist from Lightbringer, actually.
Yeah, Lightbringer. I was going to say Lightsaber. Yeah, I remember that. We talked about that.
So we did it
up to 5 members, so they have a new drummer.
So I did a stream. I did a couple streams where I talked about them. I listened through their discography when I was I did a stream where I did a catch up on all the bands that, you know, the features in the Shoe PV were members of. So basically No God, Matenrou Opera, and Unlucky Morpheus were the three that I talked about. And then I prefaced it with a listening party for all of their most recent releases that I could reasonably fit in one stream. By the way, this is the album cover for Human Dignity. It's really pretty.
It's actually really nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So their latest single is came out in 2018. It's called Invisible Chaos, and that was the first thing they put out since Pantheon Part 2. They had the Part 1 and Part 2. We did. I think the last time we went on recording and talked about them was when Part 1 came out, and we were just like, this is rough.
We were
this
concerned,
sucks.
yeah. Because I heard Burning Soul the other day, and I was like, oof. But
yeah, I literally went back, you know, through all their old stuff. You guys don't understand how much we love this band. That we're rooting for them so much. They have to like get this figured out. I went back. Go ahead.
I think I have their album with me, but I don't. I was looking for it. Sorry. I have their first major album when that came out. When that album came out in Helios, I heard Helios. That was it. I was like immediate fan. But then all this stuff happened to them, and they were still trying to figure out what was going on, and we were worried, we were concerned, but they pulled through, and I'm looking forward to hearing this album, see where they're gonna go.
I went back
with these two new members.
I went back as far back as I would go, which would, you know, and to like the classics, and that includes Helios. But when I put on, I didn't realize how long it had been, but when I put on Otoshiana no Soko wa Kona Sekai,
that's such a good song too.
I literally almost cried. I'm tearing up right now because I was like, oh my god,
we missed that, man. They were
so
like
good.
these symphonic rock band. Like you don't understand. They were great, and they've been just going through some stuff, man.
It's not fair. It's totally not fair. It's totally understandable that they're going through this. So
Justice was such a good album.
Yeah.
Such a good album. I think that's still like their best album, honestly. Gloria was great, but Justice is still number one to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I fucking love.
I remember when I heard that song live.
Anyways, so basically after their guitarist Anzi left, serious identity crisis because he was an integral part of the band in terms of the music, like identity crisis.
Yeah, because he wrote a lot of. There were some tracks on their mini albums where it was just him playing with the guitar, because they did a lot of like instrumental pieces for their mini albums before they were on King Records. So it was very clear that they built who they were off of what they already had, and it wasn't like Anzi could just up and leave like that without what they went through. And then
we knew it was gonna be there's gonna be a rebuilding period.
Then their drummer ended up having to leave because he had a lot of basically like really bad tunnel right in his hand.
Really bad what?
Carpal tunnel or arthritis in his hand, because every time he played it was a lot of pain. Like he felt a lot of pain just shooting up in his arm and stuff, and he couldn't play anymore. So he ended up
was that him too?
Oh, yeah, man. He had to retire. Like the drummer had to retire
because Dad Aroma's drummer like did the same thing. So
yeah, it was him too. Like he had to You had to retire because of a lot of pain. Like he just couldn't do anything. He wrote a whole letter about how much he loves the band and he loves his fans and he's gonna miss them, but he just can't. Like he can't play any. Doctor told him to stop. So
yeah. Just pasted the PV I was referring to, the link to it in the chat for anyone who's curious.
Reference.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I
had to you guys got to get on my level for this part of the.
You gotta look at it, guys.
Yeah.
It's actually fantastic. I'm not gonna lie.
It's so good. And
I
if
think-
it's a
I
little
think
too
they're
hard
out-
for you, then there's always Helios, which was on the same album, and it's
Helios is so good.
yeah, it's
That whole album is so good. I remember writing the reviews
Justice.
for that
Like
album.
Justice was like where I was introduced.
Justice
to,
was a great song.
yeah,
Great
the title
song.
track. Yeah, that was where I was introduced to the like possibility of blazing fast guitar and keytar duet. I did not.
Yeah.
That had not crossed my young mind at the time as like as a possibility of, yeah.
What Ayame and Anzi had was magical, and now they've got to rebuild. But it's fine. They're gonna come back.
It's okay. Yeah.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Lightbringer guitarist, that's some pretty good talent. That's some pretty
Yeah.
damn good talent, you know.
I'm trying to see who their new drummer is though, because they've got a. I don't know if he's an official member yet. He looks like
Anyways,
he's an official member, though.
what I was gonna meant to get to before he got lost in nostalgia there was
Bro, he's not a part of the band yet, but their support drummer's name is Hibiki, and he's a Tumblr.
yeah. So
That's what I'll say.
so they put out a 2018 single called "Invisible Chaos," and it was definitely improvement. It was definitely a step in the right direction.
Jay is helping them out a lot.
Yeah, they're not all the way back there yet, but I would say my general consensus from it was they were headed back in the right direction. And also Pantheon Part 2 was actually better than Part 1. But I mean, it just like felt more like it had a solid identity. It felt a little bit fresher. And I think now that they've got their new permanent guitar member, like clearly that has allowed them to kind of make a more solid signature sound again, because that's what we got in Invisible Chaos. So I believe Invisible Chaos is on this album. I need to stop accidentally fucking closing my tabs. I am brilliant.
Counting on you, Jeff.
I am brilliant at this. I'm so good at this, guys. Don't worry about it. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh wait. Wait, do I have it up? Type faster.
Human Dignity. Your short MV for Human Dignity is up. I
Yeah, I gotta check that out then.
gotta check it out too. I just saw it on Hibiki's Twitter.
I think I saw it last night.
Yeah, it just went up like on February.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I'm just saying, based off of Invisible Chaos, I got good feelings about it. So
It says short MV, but this thing is 7 minutes long. It says short.
that's symphonic metal for you. You know that.
I'm gonna put this link in the chat.
You know, Galnerius is yeah, go for it. You know, Galnerius's music video for Angel of Salvation on YouTube. It's like 7.5 minutes long. It's got 2 million views. That's
Is
the
it short?
That's the short version. They don't tell you it's the short version. They've edited it together to make a 7.5 minute long song. The actual actual track is 14 minutes long and is full of.
I love it.
They edited out all these like other crazy instrumentals and stuff.
I love when they do that. I love when they have like all this experimentation in the long track and then and then try to cut down as much of it as possible.
Yeah.
I gotta say though, I like what I'm hearing in Human Dignity so far.
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to watching the rest of this at some point. 7 minutes.
Yeah.
But this is really good.
Yeah.
I think they're headed in the right direction. I think they're gonna be fine. We don't need to worry anymore.
Yeah. It was like, oh god, 14. What's the full version of 7 minutes is short? Yeah, it's probably double.
Yeah, I told you 7 minutes is short, man. It's not full.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really interesting. But I'm looking forward to this.
And that's nothing by symphonic visual K standards. If anyone was around for Anonymous Confederate Ensemble when they put out that, do you remember that shit? When they had this single called Elementa Alchemica. And
I remember. No, but it was like they were like pulling X Japan things, like because Japan had in its single Art of Life, so
it was like their version of Art of Life, but it was a 4-part. They made 4 PVs out of it, I think, but it was one 40-minute long track, technically. Like, it was a 40-minute long track that they put out.
I love Visual K.
I love Visual K.
I love Visual K.
That's about the highest note we can end it on. That's like the truest, realest, wokest, you know.
I love Visual K. That's the first track. Dude, this is the first. Wait, Human Dignity is the first track of this album, and this is the short of it. The short version of it is 7 minutes. How long is this track on this album?
You're sure it's all the same track? There's not an album preview appended to it?
It's all the same track.
All right. Okay.
Wait. Okay, never mind. I'm reading the whole title now. I didn't read. It says short MV and all the song previews. Song trailer. Got it. Okay.
All right. I was gonna say
they're ready.
Gotta say though, shout out to Ace still though for
shout out to Ace for that 40
for the greatest longest
currently the longest song in Visual K. Great way to challenge Yoshiki and say, make it happen again, buddy. But we all know it ain't happening. Maybe that's why it's taking long. Maybe
they're trying to outperform Elements of Alchemica. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they're like, yo, we gotta have the longest song in Visual K that's the most emotional. Maybe that's why it's taking so long for this album to come out. We're gonna have an hour-long track in the middle of X Japan's new album before the actual album starts.
I don't know, but anyway.
You never know, man. That's the only that's the only reason why it would take 11 years. Otherwise, it's just disappointing.
I love Visual K.
I love Visual K, man. Love it.
All right. At any rate, that is the end of the February release overviews. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe. We do these every Saturday normally. There will be something special coming on Sunday afternoons around this time. We started today. I will just drop that as a hint and get back to it later, because but as far as VKH Live, it's every Saturday at 8 p.m. They're going to get a lot longer, a lot more in depth, a lot more hype moving forward, especially. So, yeah. Oh yeah, do we want to talk about that?
I don't know, man. I thought finishing up. We'll get later.
Yeah, we can
off on it.
We can talk about it. But by the way, definitely subscribe. Check out like our past streams. We got streams on streams for you guys, and all this stuff at vkhpress.com, which we have right here. So,
we don't got to talk about it. Hold off on it. It's not a February release.
Well, the PV came out in February.
No.
Okay. I kind of want to do like a something for next stream that's just like Heat Seeker stream or something. So maybe we'll talk about it then. We're going to talk about the Deviloof PV for those of you who are watching. Like, what the hell are they talking about? But I think we're going to save it for future stream for like
future times.
For Heat. Yeah, maybe I'll just call it like a Heat Seeker stream and just like cover all the big events and releases and stuff. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. But in the meantime, look out for all those upcoming world tours.
Yeah, that too. So glad to be able to catch the stream finally, Siskel. Glad you're back, fam.
Yeah, man, came back at the same time I did. No.
Yeah, Chip, you're right. The Deviloof album is in May anyway, so it's pretty far out. But I was shook. We were shook by what we heard. So maybe we'll get. We have multiple reasons to reach out to Lori now. Vivarush, Deviloof, yeah. So we'll
lots of things, lots of cool things.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, take it easy. Thank you for joining me, Winona, and
always.
We'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
Bye, guys.